During my undergraduate college years, contemporary feminist movement was challenging sexist-defined roles, calling for an end to patriarchy. In those heady days, women's liberation was the name given to this amazing new way of thinking about gender. As I had never felt like I had a place in traditional sexist notions of what a female should be and do, I was eager to participate in women's liberation, wanting to create a space of freedom for myself, for the women I loved, for all women. My intense engagement with feminist consciousness raising compelled me to confront the reality of race, class, and gender difference. Just as I had rebelled against sexist notions of a woman's place, I challenged notions of women's place and identity within women's liberation circles. I could not find a place for myself within the movement. My experience as a young Black female was not acknowledged. My voice and the voices of women like me were not heard. Most importantly, the movement had exposed how little I knew about myself, my place in society. I could not truly belong in the movement so long as I could not make my voice heard. Before I could demand that others listen to me, I had to listen to myself, to discover my identity. Taking women's studies courses had shined a spotlight on society's expectations of females. I had learned many new facts about gender differences, about sexism and patriarchy, and the ways these systems shaped female roles and identity. But I learned little about the role Black females were assigned in our culture. To understand myself as a Black female, to understand the place set for Black females in this society, I had to explore beyond the classroom, beyond the many treatises and books my fellow white female comrades were creating to explain women's liberation, to offer new and alternative radical ways of thinking about gender and women's place. To forge a place for Black females in this revolutionary movement for gender justice, I had to deepen my understanding of our place in the large society. Even though I was learning so much about sexism and the ways sexist thinking shaped female identity, I was not being taught about the ways race shaped female identity. In classes and in consciousness-raising groups, when I called attention to the differences created in our lives by race and racism, I was often treated with disdain by white female comrades who were eager to bond around shared notions of sisterhood. And there I was, this bold young Black female from rural Kentucky, insisting that there were major differences shaping the experiences of Black and white women. My efforts to understand those differences, to explain and communicate their meaning, lay the groundwork for the writing of Ain't I a Woman? Black Women and Feminism, offering generations coming after them the gift of choice, freedom, wholeness of mind, body, and being.